Hello everybody, don't know what the audio will be like. I should start some sort of vlog as I'm currently walking into the airport. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, flying down to London, so I'll take you with us and we'll go from there. Hopefully the audio on this turns out alright. I'm just trying to find a quiet section of the airport to actually film. There's nowhere quiet in an airport. So I haven't actually told you where I'm going. I'm heading down to London. I'm in Newcastle Airport on the way to London to go to Eastbourne Airshow. So I'll bring you along with us for the ride. Zoe's not coming. She's not that bothered about planes. So it's going to be mostly me vlog. If she does any video as well, she's at home. She's got a couple of days to herself. She'll possibly record them and I'll stitch them in. Otherwise, you've just got me for a few days. So enjoy. Not sure about the audio whilst I'm here, but I've just arrived in Heathrow, just heading down towards the tube stations now. Just off the plane, nice and quick flight, got in a few minutes early after being delayed. Should have some footage of that, just heading down towards the tube and then onwards into London. Interesting area of just blank dirty concrete with some doors. It's random. Yeah, heading down into the tube station. I should have the mics on for this. Trains are confusing. So obviously in the last clip you've seen, I went to the underground station, walked all the way back over I went to the train station, walked all the way back to the underground station. I'm now going back to the underground station because I want to be there, not here. Because I went to go on the Elizabeth line, which is the underground. But said Elizabeth line, you went, yeah. Went to put it through the machine, tick through the machine. Oh, that's not the ticket you want the other one. So I want to go back over. So I'm going back where I've just been, literally. I'm just walking around in circles. This is getting very convoluted and annoying. So where I was supposed to be wasn't where I was supposed to be. So where I went wasn't where I went. So So I'm now heading back where I was to get the train that's down there. So you can see it. Because that should get us into London on my ticket. I'm just, yeah. I'll go where I'm told. I'm just tired of going up and down. So I basically went to the escalator the other side of that lift block over there. I don't know if you can see it. Went down, came back up, went down this side where I'm going now, went down, came back up, and now I'm going back down. Fun. At least it's early. Well, that was a nightmare. Put them on the tube. Turns out we didn't want us through the barrier here either. Man, let us through. Right, made it into London. Just wandering through Leicester Square. Nothing's open yet. It's still too early. But I'm here. A bit of a nightmare getting off the tube. Guy nearly wouldn't let us out the station. Supposedly my tickets, I've got to go all the way to London Bridge before I can get out. Well, technically it's by any route permitted and you're allowed to take breaks on the route, so I'll let you out how you get into London Bridge. I went, well, walk or I'll get the tube but pay for it. Oh, okay then. So I don't get the logic, but either way, I'm finally here. My suitcase is still not locking into place. I'm having problems with that one of the handles on my suitcase for some reason. One side's working, but the other side's not locking. Oh well. I'll have a bit of a wander, get mic'd up, and then we'll have some proper content. As the streets are quiet, let's do a bit of logging and walking up, just walking up. I never remember which one this is. One of the shopping streets. Regent? Yeah. Just wandering up. Just going for a wander. Nothing, like I said, nothing really open, so just going for a chill. Let me guys know what you want on the vids. Do you want more of like where we're going, or more of just us? Like I said, just like us wandering through, having a conversation with you. Let us know how you feel, what you'd prefer from us. I wouldn't do either, just I don't want to do all clips, even if I was talking just of the background, if you'd rather more of this and seeing my beautiful face. I'll have to put a picture of Zoe up or something just to overlay it, make the video watchable. I don't think anyone wants to suffer through however long this will be of just me. Yeah, just wandering up the shopping streets now, you wouldn't imagine the amount of shops that don't actually tell you the opening times anymore. Something I've noticed in other places as well, it's not just here, but I've seen a couple that say 10, so I'm going to work on 10. Sit down, 9. Okay, so I've walked a lot further than planned today. So I was just walking the shopping streets, just waiting for stuff to open. Now I'm paddling. I checked my app before, I've walked, give or take, 3.5 miles. Oh, road. Until I'm in expensive car land. I'm in the rich area. Yeah, I'll have done about 4 miles now. But good news is I found my trainers that I've been looking for all over at home. Couldn't get me my size at home at all. Walked in here, I had about 20 pairs. So I'm in the land of nice cars. Lambo, obviously G-Wagons. Oh, a Camaro as well. But yeah, I don't know what the because I still haven't got the mics out. My phone's about to die. I've used pretty much all my battery this morning. But I'm gonna keep wandering around, then I might go to the transport museum for a bit. So we'll see what's like in there. Just I'll wander down here. I'm trying to remember. I think this links up and that and go down the bottom of here and on to Carbon London Bridge to the Palace, and then from the Palace along. But if not, I'm winning it. Last time. No, I'd have one of them. Everyone taking pictures in the windows. They had me just walking with a phone in my face. Ooh. Is that Valkyrie? Oh. Valkyrie. No, that's rare. Just about a £2 million supercar. Well, hypercar? Maybe. Oh, Hyde Park. Although I have decided when I'm doing these sort of trips, I need one of them GoPro mounts for the shoulder of the backpack, so I can just walk with the camera like mounted there. So much easier. That's a stern of the boot. A 2004 Focus next to a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Very, very fancy area. A Defender on what I believe to be monograss plates. Oh no, some Dubai plates. I feel like I'm being a bit quiet, but I don't know whether it's just the road's being a bit loud. Basically. most places up north where we go, I'm self-conscious about wandering around with the phone in my face and talking to myself. London, I really don't care. I feel like it's just more normal practice down here. Although I might be lying. I have no idea. But I'm going to let you go because my arms are aching. Speak to you in a bit. I'm back already. I know I said I was in the rich area. I forgot how rich this area actually was. I think I've seen more money in cars than the whole of Newcastle. I've already seen about 10 Rolls Royces, about the same in Bentleys. And that's not in the dealerships. There's a guy filling up his Ghost. I think it's the Ghost, the fancy one. The one up from the Phantom. So yeah, it's not. Sorry, just getting past people. I believe the term's affluent in the area. I'm also still walking with no real end in sight. That's Scotland. Or Chinese part of the Dorchester. I'll keep going, I'll end up somewhere eventually. Still a lack of microphones, but I've made it back to where I've started. 4 mile later. So I've done Leicester Square, all the way up Breeden Street, Oxford Circus, all the way along Oxford Street one way, turn round, all the way back along the other end, all the way down Park Lane, back along past Selfridges, and then back into Leicester Square, and I'm now wandering along to Covent Garden. My legs are knackered and I've been here like 2 hours. This is going to go well. But now heading towards Transport Museum, so that'll be a bit slower paced. Try and get a bit of video in there. And some phone charge, and maybe a drink. To do with the coffee. I need to go find a coffee. And then we'll go from there. Amount of people stood at the traffic lights waiting. Then I'm just straight across. Is it just a northern thing that we want? Just walk across the road and ignore the red man per se? Is that just up north where we just walk as long as there's no cars coming? I've seen a few do it here, but not as much. Or anywhere down south, really. Hello everybody, we're back in the actual Transport Museum now, somewhere there's always not made a worried about going, but I've always wanted to come every time I've been to London, so we're back. I'm with trains, well tubes, trains, and we'll go around, show you a bit, odds and ends. I've got my big camera as well, so I'll get some photos. I might try and do a couple of clips on that camera, see if it's any better quality. See if I'm actually better using a better camera than my phone. But this is all about tubes, where it's basically transport for London, so tubes, buses, trains, and everything in between. So I'll flip the camera and let you see some bits. Ooh, steam train. Okay, you're getting distracted. Yes, this is a steam-powered tube, basically. And the carriage. He's creepy. So there's the layout. So there's the lower ground floor. Some of the buses, trains I've just been in. Got a little model running backwards and forwards along there. And there's a front half of a modern bus over there, which we'll go over and see. And an even more modern one behind us. Just heading down the stairs to where all the fun stuff is. The buses up the top are, what's the word? I think playgrounds? That's the word, kids areas. So is that a film thing? Yeah, that's a film thing, so I'll just carry on down. Try not to fall down the stairs since I'm walking with the camera. I'll have a look about down here. Definitely a good museum, definitely a lot aimed at the little ones. But also for the me of this. Oh, I thought that said Lego on the front there. LGOC. Honest. It'd be London Group, Omni Coach or something like that. With tram. Very well incorporated with them at Beamish. Been on them, you've probably seen us on them. A few times, very similar, probably very similar make and model. Yeah. Look exactly the same. just next it, yeah. Yeah, old London trolleybus. Electrically powered. Wallace Heaton. I just saw Heaton and got confused. Yeah, it has two poles, similar to the tram. I don't know whether you can, if I turn around there, you can see it on top of the tram, the bar across the top there. That connects to the overhead wires. Same principle, just in a bus. So rather than running on rails, it runs on tyres and wheels. And looks like a bus. Electric. Don't really ever know why they got rid of them. They were running electric buses and electric vehicles long before electric transport was a thing, electric motors. And then they got rid of it all, went to diesel, and then now look where we're going now again. Back to electric, but self-propelled electric rather than cable electric. Well, it's the way of the world. Everything goes round in circles. There's philosophy 101. I must admit, Zoe says I'm far too fast wandering around museums. Like, I literally wander, look, and unless there's something like majorly interesting, I just walk past everything. The amount of time she looks and goes, yeah, you spend far too much time. Oh God. I don't know, is it just me? But do you find these sort of mannequins really creepy? Like, can you imagine walking in here at night? Exactly like that. Speaker started going and I panicked. Yeah, I don't know what it is, I just find them really creepy. I'm not bothered about mannequins, like shop mannequins or anything like that are bad, but they're like realistic ones they use for these things. Ooh, signal point. It's like a lower raise, it's like a pantograph, power station, yeah. Yeah, if we come through, I think we're in the tube. I don't know. I'm playing around with the views today because tunnel borer. Is this better for you? Like me showing you things like this, or would you rather see it? As stupid as that sounds. Do let me know. Because obviously I'm just experimenting with the format. We've done a lot of non-face stuff in videos and people want us to explain more. But I'm just wondering whether I'm better like just walking around like this. Camera point. Ooh, model. Now that looks more like Victorian London. Oh, the old horse-drawn trams. There we go, the old horse-drawn trams. Very similar to the electric ones, so very similar to that. Just with two horses on the front rather than electric cables. There's a closer up one. And then the old underground running underneath. Just waiting on the lift because I'm too lazy to walk up 2 flights of stairs. Not sure what made of it so far. It's very... the layout's a bit strange. Like, you go down and then up and then, yeah. I think they said you're supposed to start on 2 and work your way down, but I haven't. But nothing seems to flow quite right. Still, so far so good, but we'll see. I'm on 1. I'll flow 2. There we go. There's a better view. Horse-drawn tram. So basically it's exactly the same as what like Beamish has for trams. There's a brake handle, it just doesn't have the power bit and a motor. Normally they'll have 2 things sticking out the top for the wires and an engine under there. Or an electric motor basically. But I don't know whether... it's a shame they don't have an electric one up here to compare the two. That's even creepier, one that's moving in a weird formation. And shaking the whole floor as well in the process. But yeah, what we're basically looking at here is the evolution of the bus. So that was initial enclosed chairs carried on 2 poles by 2 chairmen. So basically that was your taxi. You got in a box and 2 men carried you. Couldn't imagine being like charioted over. That's sort of what it is. It's like charioting around, and then you went to your horse and cart as sort of like that, and then to your more regal, what you'd see like the royal coaches and stuff, and then to the omnibus, which is this here. Probably a bit too zoomed in. See if I can zoom out a bit. There we are. It's basically probably your first bus, really. And then you went from this, obviously, to your trams, your horse-drawn trams over there. And then from that to the electric trams, and then from them just to buses, as we know them today, really. Your route masters, which are down there, for them. But yeah, basically, well, there's a better representation of what I was talking about earlier with the 2 bars at the top. So if I just zoom that in a bit, you can see there, 2 bars onto the electric wires that powered the electric motors. Basically same way as electric trains do now, as you see with the overhead lines. Exactly the same principle, just older and above the roads. There we go, getting on one of the carriages with the members of the Beatles. That's what it appears to be like. There we go. Come back out, yeah. It's an early TfL carriage. Just looks like your standard steam railway carriage, to be honest. I've determined people do not have any spatial awareness. That'll be all. Right, I'm going to have a bit more of a wander around without a camera in my face. Have a bit of a better look, and then I'll see you when I'm outside again.